Love you too. Yeah, bye. Hey, love you. Hey, what's up, Aaron? Love you too. Yeah, bye.
Already. So he's off Mufasa, he off the... I can't use him for the fantasy no more, because my friend is off, so it's done. I gotta find somebody else. Gotta go back to Lenny Kravitz.
What if the most unforgettable moment at the awards show wasn't even planned? When Teyana stepped on stage, no one expected what came next. Not the fans, not the producers, not even Aaron. There were no predictable shout-outs, no polished speech full of industry thank yous. Instead, she looked straight into the camera and said a name that hadn't been heard in public for months. No music played behind her words. No visuals softened the moment. She said it raw, unfiltered. Aaron. That's all it took. The room shifted. Viewers froze. The internet caught fire. Because this wasn't just a thank you. This was a confession. A memory. Maybe even a last attempt to reach someone who had disappeared. Not just from the media, but from her life. This wasn't just an acceptance speech. It was a shockwave. Aaron wasn't a celebrity in the typical sense. He didn't walk red carpets. He didn't do press. But behind every project, every performance, every iconic look, there was Aaron. He was her backbone. The one person in the shadows, making things work when no one else could see. From creative direction to emotional support, he was the constant. So when he vanished, no statements, no interviews, just gone, fans noticed. Speculations ran wild. Some thought they broke up quietly. Others said he burned out, needing space from the industry's chaos. But Teyana never confirmed anything. And then, in front of millions, she said his name. No warning. No setup. Just, Aaron. That wasn't casual. That was deliberate. It wasn't just about who he was. It was about what he meant. Even the cameraman hesitated, unsure whether to cut away or zoom in. That name brought Aaron back from silence and made him the headline again. Teyana's walk to the stage was poised, graceful. But when she gripped the mic, there was a tremor. Not in her hands, in her voice. This one's for the one person who always believed in me, even when I forgot how to believe in myself, she said. A line so honest, it cracked the air in the room. People assumed she was talking about a mentor, maybe her mom. But then came the twist. Aaron. A single word. And with that, everything changed. A wave of gasps rippled through the audience. Some people clapped, not even sure why. Others looked around, stunned. The energy shifted. She didn't explain. Didn't follow it with context. She just looked down, took a breath, and added, "You know why?" The pause after that felt eternal. Even the host looked shaken. What did we just witness? An apology? A call for reconciliation? A private plea disguised as a public gesture? Whatever it was, it felt real. And it went viral almost instantly. The internet did what the internet does. It exploded. Within 10 minutes, #Teyana and Aaron was the #1 trend on Twitter. One tweet read, "She said 10 words and ripped open my soul." Another, "That speech was more intimate than any love letter I've ever received." Fans pulled up old interviews, throwback TikToks, backstage moments that once felt cute, but now felt tragic. The way Aaron used to look at her like she was magic. The times she'd reach for his hand just before going on stage. The way he used to hover in the background of her IG lives, always present but never distracting. That speech reactivated every emotion. People cried. Some were hopeful this meant they were back together. Others feared this was a goodbye dressed up as gratitude. But all agreed, this moment, it wasn't scripted. It was human. And that's what made it unforgettable. But just when people were catching their breath, Issa Rae stirred the waters again. Hours after the award show, she posted a pitch-black Instagram story. No video, no face, just white text that said, "Timing is everything." That's it. No tags, no caption, no context. But everyone knew. Issa's name had been all over the Bed of Roses drama just weeks before. The photoshoot that sent the fandom into a frenzy. Her timing? Suspicious. Was she sending a message? Was it support? Jealousy? A subtle jab? No one could tell. But the drama deepened when fans noticed something strange. Teyana liked the post, then unliked it. Within hours. That one digital move reignited theories. Is this still involved? Is this deeper than we thought? And why did she post it right then? One thing was clear, this triangle wasn't untangled yet. Then the families entered the chat, and that's when everything shifted. Until then, it had been speculation, creative, obsessive, sometimes convincing, but still speculation. But when blood relatives start making noise, it hits different. Teyana's younger brother didn't say much. Just a single Instagram story posted within minutes of the speech airing. A red heart. And one word, finally. That was it. No hashtags. No tags. No videos. Just that. But somehow, it felt louder than a press release. It felt personal. It felt like he had been waiting for this moment, whatever this moment was, for a long time. That little post said a lot. Maybe he was proud of her. Maybe he felt she had found her voice. Or maybe he knew something we didn't, something behind the curtain, something only family could understand. Either way, people noticed. Screenshots were flying before the story even expired. Twitter went nuts. Subreddits lit up. Everyone was trying to read between the lines of a single emoji. And just when that wave was settling, another spark reignited the fire, this time from Aaron's side. On a popular gossip blog buried deep in the comments, a user claiming to be Aaron's cousin dropped a casual bombshell. She never stopped loving him. You'll just ain't see it. That sentence, it cracked the internet wide open. Nobody could confirm if the user really was Aaron's cousin, but no one could prove it wasn't either. And honestly, it didn't matter. The idea alone sent fans spiraling. Theories spread like smoke. Screenshots were shared. TikToks were made. Threads exploded. And soon, the internet was filled with people combing through every past detail for hidden clues. A set of old family photos from late 2023 resurfaced. They weren't taken by paparazzi. No red carpet. No flashing lights. Just a cozy dinner, 2 families, 1 long table, warm lighting. Aaron and Teyana sitting close. Not performative, not posing, just there. Present. Laughing. Someone caught a blurry shot of them mid-hug, mid-laughter. And for a second, it didn't look like celebrity drama. It looked like 2 people holding on to something real. Something soft and private and worth protecting. And suddenly, everything was being reinterpreted. Maybe they never actually broke up. Maybe they did, but not in the way we thought. Maybe they just needed space. Maybe the public eye was too harsh. Maybe love, real love, needed quiet to breathe again. And maybe that speech, the one Teyana gave that lit everything back up, wasn't for us. Maybe it was for him. A message, wrapped in professionalism and grace, but meant for one set of ears only. Maybe it was her saying, I see you. I miss you. Let's talk, without dragging their story into another viral spiral. That was one of the bigger theories, that the speech was a quiet olive branch, extended from a safe distance. A nod that said, I'm still here. Another theory gained traction just as fast. That Aaron was struggling. With life, with fame, maybe even with mental health. And this speech? It wasn't romantic. It was support. A hand reaching out. Not to reignite a relationship, but to remind him that he's not alone. A lifeline, not a love letter. That idea resonated deeply. People online began revisiting her exact words, her tone, the pauses. They said she sounded soft, almost motherly, like someone who knew what the other person was going through and didn't want to push, only remind him that she still cared. That theory brought out a different kind of fan response, one that was more tender than scandal-seeking. People started seeing Teyana not as a heartbroken ex or a dramatic celebrity but as a person. Someone who had clearly loved deeply and was still navigating how to love from afar. Of course, there were others who weren't so sentimental. They believed the speech was the opposite of reconciliation. That it was closure, clean, graceful closure. A final moment to honor what once was, and then let it go. No bitterness. No blame. Just a respectful end to a chapter that had shaped them both. The kind of goodbye most people don't get. And Reddit loved that angle too. The most watched thread on the platform built an entire timeline from Bed of Roses to the speech, calling it a masterclass in emotional storytelling. The photo shoot, the silence, the rumors, the hotel video, and now the speech. To them, it wasn't just real life. It was a carefully constructed arc, as if someone had written it like a movie. Some even believed there's a joint project coming, an album, a short film, maybe even a docuseries. A creative retelling of everything they've been through, told through art instead of interviews. But then came the boldest, most controversial theory of all, that everything, the drama, the silence, the cryptic posts, the family comments, the public appearances and disappearances, was planned. That this was a slow-burn rollout, not of heartbreak, but of a story, a narrative built to be consumed. Not fake, but definitely curated. Like a long con with emotional beats designed to keep us hooked. Some fans hated that idea. Others loved it. But either way, it made them look closer. And now, every post, every silence, every like or lack thereof, it all feels like a clue. Which brings us to now. And all eyes are on Aaron. Because if this was a message meant for him, will he respond? So far, he's been silent. No posts. No statements. No reaction. But there are whispers. Someone claimed to have spotted him in Los Angeles, alone, wearing a hoodie, low-key. Another TikTok said he was seen at the same gym he and Teyana used to go to together. Nothing confirmed, but enough to keep the fire going. Meanwhile, Teyana is present. Not loud, but present. She's been liking fan tweets, carefully selected ones. One tweet said, "Real love never really ends." And she liked it. Another said, "She spoke with so much love. That wasn't bitterness. That was strength." She liked that too. And on one particularly bold fan video captioned, "Aaron, if you know what's good for you, you'll call her." She dropped a flame emoji. Cryptic. But loud enough to be heard. She hasn't done any interviews. No sit-downs. No podcasts. She's not defending or explaining. She's letting the moment live. And maybe that's all it needs. Maybe the silence between them is saying more than words could. Still, fans are split. Some are convinced this is the revival of a love story that was never really gone. Others think it's the last page. Poetic, bittersweet, but final. Either way, everyone's watching. Because now, this isn't just about who loved who or who left who. It's about something deeper. It's about how we grieve publicly. How we tell stories that weren't meant to be told. How we hold on and let go when the whole world is watching. It's no longer just a relationship. It's become a legacy. One that we've all, somehow, become a part of. That wasn't just a speech. It was a message. A memory. Maybe even a warning. Teyana's moment on stage may be over, but the ripple it sent through her fanbase is just beginning. So now we ask you, was this the spark of something new or the final goodbye? Drop your theories in the comments. Are you team reconnect or team move on? If this stunned you even half as much as us, hit that like button and subscribe, because this story's only getting deeper. And when Aaron speaks, you'll hear it here first.